In the next video, I am going to teach you the most important topic of aldehyde ketones and carboxylic acid is aldol condensation and Cannizzaro reaction. Before that, we just revise of our previous reaction, that is addition of ammonia derivative, that is a nucleophilic addition, ammonia derivatives, that is NH2Z, and then the elimination of the water to get different products. We studied aldehyde with NH2OH and we studied ketone with NH2OH. Here it is a printing mistake. Please note this thing. This H is not written in the textbook. Write it down. This H is here. Then and then only this reaction is possible. You can check by the valency also. This H is not written. Write it down H in your textbook. Okay. So what are the different examples given in the textbook? That is NH2Z, this is the ammonia derivative. We studied NH2OH, and remaining you have to write down all these reactions. Here it is given with ketone, you have to write with aldehyde too. Okay, so treated with hydrazine, then phenylhydrazine, then semi-carbazide, then 2,4-dinitrophenylhydrazine. As it is given very specifically in the textbook, all are highly concerned with our syllabus, and it may possible that in the board examination you have to face such type of reactions. To the practice of all these reactions, first there is addition, then you have to write down in the addition such type of complex, then you have to eliminate water molecule, you have to eliminate water molecule everywhere, and you will get the C double bond N bond, that is imine. C double bond N bond, imine. Everywhere there is a imine bond, and then whatever the substituent there. Okay, this is the substituent over here. Then here are the substituent with the nitrogen. Here is the substituent with the nitrogen, like that. You have to study very well by writing reactions in your notebook. Okay, then and then only you are going to understand what is going to happen with ketone and what is going to happen with aldehyde. Okay, please remember this thing and do accordingly as your homework. Okay, so now next important part is aldol condensation. Okay, this is our aldol condensation. In aldol condensation, important is that we are going to study reactions with ketone as well as aldehyde, but this all come under aldol condensation. Okay, so what is this exactly, aldol condensation? Okay, when an aldehyde or ketone containing alpha hydrogen atom. Now what is alpha hydrogen atom? See here, this is our CH3 C double bond OH acetaldehyde. This is our functional group. To next to this functional group, which carbon is there? This is known as alpha carbon. So here, if this carbon is with 3 hydrogens like this, then these 3 hydrogens are alpha carbons. These 3 hydrogens are alpha hydrogens which attach to the alpha carbon. Then if it is ketone, CH3 C double bond O CH3, then these both are alpha carbons. Because next to carbonyl group, this is functional group, next to this, so this is alpha carbon, and these 3 here and 3 here are alpha hydrogens. Are you getting this point? Carbonyl group is a functional group, next to that carbon is the alpha carbon, and hydrogens attached to the alpha carbon are known as alpha hydrogen atom. Now such type of aldehyde and ketone warm with mild base. This is again important, because in Cannizzaro we are going to treat with the concentrated base, while in aldol it is mild base. Okay, for example, dilute NaOH or KOH or Na2CO3 or barium hydroxide. This NaOH is just 2% NaOH, means 2% NaOH in 98. If there is 100 ml of NaOH, then in that 100 ml NaOH, 2 ml is the NaOH, 98 ml is the water, then that is a dilute one. Okay, then here 2 molecules of aldehydes or ketones undergo addition. Addition is nothing but condensation. Okay, and which gives us beta hydroxyaldehydes, that is known as the aldol, or beta hydroxyketones, Then this is followed by elimination of water, and there is formation of enal. There is formation of enal, or there is formation of enone. There is formation of enal, enone. This is the second step, followed by subtracting or by removing H2O, minus H2O. First there is a formation of aldol or ketol, then it is followed by minus H2O, we get enal and enone. This is the overall aldol condensation reaction. So this is two-step reaction, remember this thing. This product obtained is containing both aldehyde and ketone and alcohol group. This is very important. Why we call it is aldol? Here it is Al stands for aldehyde. This stands for aldehyde, while ALD stands for aldehyde, while OL stands for phenolic, alcoholic group. Okay, we know methanol, ethanol, so that is ending with OL are the alcoholic compounds. Ending with ALD, in that case we just use AL, not we are using D there, then those are the aldehyde compounds. But now in this case ALD stands for aldehyde, while OL stands for alcoholic group. And so in the product there is aldehyde, that is RC double bond OH, that is C double bond OH functional group, and ketonic functional group like this. This is our ketone, or this is the ketonic functional group. Both are present. So this is OH and C double bond O or C double bond OH. So this ketone, for ketone it is ket. This ketone is ket, and then this OL is again alcoholic group. Okay, this is the condensation product. Which we get. Okay, and further that, as two functional groups are there, they not that way the stable one, so there is the removal of water molecule, and then we get enal or enone. En stands for double bond, then one stands for ketone, or here en stands for double bond and al for aldehyde. Now we are going to see the reaction mechanism. This is just the theory part I explain now. Now based upon this, or you have to remember theory as well as reactions. This is very important because this topic generally asked for the long questions. Okay, so you have to know each and everything very well, because depending upon the mass distribution you have to write the answer. That's why you have to know this thing is also very well. And now we will go further for the reaction mechanism. Okay, now what is going to happen here? This is very important. First I explain in the words. What happened? Addition takes place in such a way that alpha carbon atom of one molecule, okay, alpha carbon atom of one molecule is attached to the carbonyl carbon of other molecule. This is the reaction in between two molecules of aldehydes or two molecules of ketone. There is a condensation in between two molecules of aldehydes or two molecules of ketone. So in that case, addition takes place in such a way that alpha carbon atom of one molecule is attached to the carbonyl carbon of other molecule. So this is alpha carbon, this is our alpha carbon of one molecule attached to the carbonyl carbon of another molecule. With the migration of alpha hydrogen atom, this is important, migration of alpha hydrogen atom to the carbonyl oxygen of another molecule. So what is this explanation? What is this explanation? You can understand when you are going to see the reaction. This is one molecule, this is second molecule. Okay, this is second molecule, while this one is first molecule. Okay, So what is going to happen? See, alpha carbon, see, this is our carbonyl carbon, so this is our functional group. Next to that is the alpha carbon. Please understand, if there is a acetaldehyde, then this one is alpha carbon. If the one more carbon is there, means now this is propanaldehyde, then there is beta carbon. Next to functional group is always known as alpha carbon. Next to that, it is the beta carbon. Okay, first I took the example of acetaldehyde, this one. So this is the alpha carbon. If more carbon in propanaldehyde, then there is a beta carbon. Then there is a beta carbon. Try to understand. This one is alpha carbon, while next if there is one more carbon, then that is beta carbon. In case of ketone, I explained this previously also. So in case of ketone, these two are alpha carbons, and so hydrogens attached to this carbon known as alpha hydrogens. These three, here are three, while here are two. In acetaldehyde, these again three are there, which are alpha carbons. Sorry, alpha hydrogens attached to alpha carbon. Okay, so what is going to happen? This alpha carbon atom, okay, of one molecule is attached to the carbonyl carbon of the other molecule. Okay, so this alpha carbon is attached to carbonyl carbon of the other molecule. This carbon is attached to this carbonyl carbon of the other molecule, and this alpha hydrogen extracted due to base is going to attach to this carbonyl oxygen. Why this is so? Because when this acts as a nucleophile attacking on this carbon, this bond, from the double bond, 2 electrons are shifted to the oxygen. Now this oxygen will carry negative charge. Already it is having partial negative charge, this is partial positive charge, but when this is going to attack on this, now these electrons are going to shift on oxygen, so it acquires negative charge. And when this is abstracted from this molecule due to dilute NaOH, it will acquire positive charge. Then it is going to react with this oxygen, and there is formation of OH. C double bond O converted into COH. This is the remaining hydrogen here. This is the remaining hydrogen, which is as it is. Okay, there is formation of OH. Now, when we are going to abstracted this hydrogen, then 2 hydrogens are remaining. So I am going to write here the 2 hydrogens like this, and remaining aldehydic functional group is here, C double bond H. Aldehydic functional group is here. Now, when we are going to provide heat, there is a elimination of water molecule, minus H2O, elimination of water molecule. And now what is this? See here, this compound, this is the functional group, this is the second attached to functional group. This carbon is known as alpha. Next to that, this carbon is beta. Just I explain here. Next to this carbon is known as beta, while this carbon is gamma. This carbon is gamma, alpha, beta, gamma. Like this, it is whatever the series or whatever the chain, according to that carbons are there. Okay, then here, see, common name, on this beta carbon there is a hydroxy group. On the beta carbon there is hydroxy group. Okay, and aldehyde is there. And how many carbon atoms in the molecule? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is a derivative of butane. So E is replaced by Al as functional group. First priority is of Al, so we write over here Al. Now we mention this alcoholic group as a hydroxy group, OH group as a hydroxy group, which present on the beta carbon. Or we are going to numbering this, then it will come on the number 3. It will come on the number 3. 1, 2, 3. It will come on the number 3. So this is known as 3-hydroxybutanol. This is known as 3-hydroxybutanol. And see now, when it undergoes elimination reaction, means when we are going to provide heat, then this hydrogen is abstracted by this OH. So this bond is going to move like this, and this bond is going to break. This OH is going to become free, and this OH and H are going to form water molecule, are going to form water molecule. If you are going to write minus H2, then not necessary to write down H2 over here. You can write just the product. So what is going to happen? Here it is formation of double bond. So here it is formation of double bond, and we remove this OH. So this HOH is going to form water molecule, or these are going to form water molecule, which we removed from this, and we get this product. We get this product. So what is here? Here it is functional group C double bond OH, it as it is. Then here it is formation of CH double bond CH. This CH3 is going to remain here. This CH3 is here. So now we have to check what is the structure. In this compound there is double bond as well as aldehydic functional group. So according to priority order, aldehyde group is having more priority than the double bond. So we are writing at the end aldehyde group, means this is a now derivative. We treated this is as a derivative of aldehyde, not derivative of alkene. Remember this thing, not derivative of alkene, because aldehyde group is having higher priority than the C double bond C. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbons are there. So this is a derivative of butane. So we write over here but. Then on the second carbon there is double bond. So this is 2En. En for alkene. This is for alkene. And the functional group according to priority is aldehyde. So this is the derivative of aldehyde. So we are writing Al as a short form of the aldehyde in the IUPAC here. So the compound is now but dash 2 dash in Al. So this is enal, or you may say inal. Okay, according to your understanding you can say enal or inal. So in stands for double bond, Al stands for aldehyde. So this is nothing but enal. This is nothing but enal, which I told you previously, that is the enal. Okay, En stands for double bond, Al for aldehyde. So now next, this we consider over here aldehyde. Now we are going to see for ketone. We are going to see for ketone. See now, this is for ketone. When there is 2 ketone compounds are there and they are going to undergo addition reactions or condensation reaction, then the product we get is the Ke stands for the ketonic functional group, KET, and OL stands for the alcoholic functional group. So the product is ketol, and then when there is the elimination, then again we get ENONE, enone, or you may say in one, enone or in one. Both way it is same or it remains same. Okay, so only how to remember it, this is the your question, this is the your problem. Try to understand how to keep in mind the word enone. Okay, so now what is going to happen? See here, this is our first molecule of the ketone. This is another molecule of the ketone. To understand alpha carbon and alpha hydrogens, just like the previous reaction, I wrote over here separate hydrogens. I am not writing like this CH3 here. Okay, so what is going to happen? Alpha carbon of one molecule, this is second molecule, so from one molecule is going to attach to the carbonyl carbon of the another molecule. Okay, so this is another molecule, and this alpha hydrogen is going to abstracted by carbonyl oxygen to form OH. And here particularly in our textbook it is given barium hydroxide, not dilute NaOH or dilute KOH. For the ketone condensation they use barium hydroxide. Please remember this thing. Okay, then what is going to happen? See here, C double bond O, that the carbonyl compound, this is the carbonyl functional group, is now converted into alcoholic functional group. There is formation of COH, double bond is converted into single bond. To understand how this H is here, where from it, that's why I wrote this is in the black ink, while this compound is in red ink. Okay, to understand this thing. Okay, and then here this CH2, here it is C with the 2 hydrogens, here this is the C with the 2 hydrogens, and this functional group is remain as it is. So this is C double bond O CH3, it remain as it is. Okay, so now what is this compound? See now here. In the previous case, there is the derivative of butane. Now here, see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So total carbons are 5. Total carbons are 5. So this is the derivative of pentane. This is the derivative of pentane. So in the nomenclature, in the naming scheme, here it is pentane. Now E is replaced by this ketonic functional group. This ketonic functional group. Now we have to numbering from the end where the functional group was nearer. So we have to start the numbering from this end, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on the second carbon there is the ketonic functional group, and we know that in IUPAC we mention it by 1. Ketone. See, ketone. This we have to mention it by just 1. So here it is 1. This is on the second carbon. So now what are the substituents here? Now on the fourth carbon there is a methyl group. So here writing 4-methyl, and similarly on the same carbon atom there is the hydroxy group. So we mention here 4-hydroxy, 4-methyl, pentane, 2,1. Pentane, 2,1. So what is this? This is nothing but ketol. This is nothing but ketol. When there is a ketonic functional group, when there is a alcoholic functional group, for alcoholic functional group this is OL, this is OL, while for ketonic functional group this is Ket, and IUPAC name is 4-hydroxy, 4-methyl, pentane, 2,1. And when there is the elimination, just like the previous reaction, this H is abstracted and this OH is going to, here it is a breaking of the bond of the COH. So OH is going to form here H2O. This minus H2O is written over here, and there is a formation of C double bond, C double bond. There is a formation of double bond. This bond is going to move like this. This bond is going to move like this. This OH and H is going to form H2O. This is from H2O. Okay. And then the remaining is CH3, CH3, C double bond, CH, C double bond O, CH3. Now what is this compound? This compound is, now see, there is double bond, so we mention as En. There is ketonic functional group, so we mention as a ONE. Again the same thing, this carbonyl group is having higher property, which is the ketonic group is having higher property than this double bond. Okay, than this double bond means priority of this carbonyl compound is more than this double bond priority wise. So this is our C double bond O. We have to write it at the end. So this is a derivative of ketonic compound. This is a derivative of the ketonic compound. So here it is. We have to numbering like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So on the number 2 there is a carbonyl group. So this is 2Ne. Then on the third carbon there is double bond. So this is 3Ne. And here on the fourth carbon there is a substitution of the methyl group. So this is 4-methyl pent dash 3 dash En dash 2 dash ONE. This is the IUPAC name of this enone product. This enone product. En stands for double bond. ONE stands for ketonic functional group. Ketonic functional group, enone. This is for aldol condensation. Under this, there is a reaction in between two aldehyde molecules or in between two ketone molecules, which treated with dilute bases, and then in the next step there is the elimination of water when we are going to provide heat. When we are going to provide heat, then we get enone or enal products. This is all for aldol condensation. Next important product, next important reaction is in our syllabus is the cross aldol condensation. Cross. From this word we have to understand what is cross. Cross in between two different aldehydes or two different ketones. This is the reaction in between two different aldehydes as well as in between two different ketones. Okay, so that is the cross aldol condensation. Okay, so what is this? Here it is written. Cross aldol condensation means the aldol condensation that takes place in between two different aldehydes or ketones. Two different aldehydes or ketones. Up till now, we studied here acetone, two molecules of acetone. Or in the previous example, we studied reaction in between two acetaldehyde molecules. But in cross, one is acetaldehyde, then other one is propanaldehyde. If one is acetaldehyde, then other one is propanaldehyde. So see, now, in both aldehydes or ketones contain two alpha hydrogen atoms each, then a mixture of four products is formed. At least two alpha hydrogen if are there, means it is not substituted more, then we get such type of cross aldol condensation. Two alpha hydrogen. Actually, we studied in the previous example, there are the three alpha hydrogens. These are the three alpha hydrogen. But at least we want two, means like this is the propanaldehyde, then here are two alpha hydrogens. This is alpha, this is beta. So here are two alpha hydrogens while these are the three alpha. Means one of the aldehyde or ketone must have two alpha hydrogens. Then we have four products. How four products? There is a self-condensation. Means aldehyde is going to react with aldehyde. Just like this example, aldehyde is going to react with aldehyde. Okay. Or there is a reaction in between. This aldehyde is going to react with this aldehyde. Then there is a reaction in between these two different aldehydes. And in one case, this carbonyl carbon is going to react on another. Or in another case, this carbonyl carbon is going to react with this alpha carbon. Okay, means what is that? Here, see. Alpha carbon atom, one molecule is attached to the carbonyl carbon of other molecule with the migration of alpha hydrogen atom to the carbonyl oxygen. Means what? Now here we have to consider this is one separate identity, this is one separate identity, and now there are the two possibilities. This is some, if you are going to think about this alpha carbon, then the product will be different. If you are going to think about this alpha carbon, means this is the hydrogens, then the product is different. Now I am going to explain this thing. We know self-condensation of the aldehyde. Then we are going to see self-condensation of propanaldehyde. Self-condensation of propanaldehyde. So see, for understanding I am writing here like this. Okay, propanal. This is for our C. This is alpha carbon. So these are the two alpha hydrogens. Now CH3 I am writing like this to understand. Okay, in presence of dilute NaOH. So what is going to happen? See here. This alpha carbon is going to attack on this carbonyl carbon. This alpha carbon is going to attack on this carbonyl carbon because we treat this as a nucleophile by abstracting this H. By abstracting H, if it is going to form a H positive, then this is Nu minus, nucleophile minus. Okay, this carbon will carry minus charge and it is going to attack on this carbon, which we know this is with delta minus charge while this one is with delta positive charge. So this is going to attack on this. Okay, so what is going to happen then? And this H is abstracted. So now this bond is going to shift like this. So it will form O minus then. This minus delta is converted into O negative charge. And then this is going to attach over here. This H is acquire positive charge. This H is going to react with this oxygen. There is a reaction in between these two and there is formation of OH. There is formation of OH. And this C is going to attach to this C. Means alpha carbon is going to attach to carbonyl carbon. Remember this thing. I am going to repeat again. Alpha carbon is going to form a bond with carbonyl carbon. And here it is formation of alpha carbon is going to form a bond with carbonyl carbon. So there is formation of bond. There is a addition reaction. Addition takes place here. Addition takes place here. And here it is formation of CH3. So what is remaining here? See, 1H is there as it is. CH3 is there. So 1H is there. CH3 is there. This aldehydic functional group. This aldehydic functional group. This C double bond is converted into COH. This H, whatever is here from the aldehydic functional group, is here. This H is that. This H is that. Okay. So next is minus H2. Minus H2. So again, same way, we abstracted this H. OH is going to separate out from this CH. There is a formation of double bond, and this OH is going to form H2O here. There is a formation of H2O. Okay. This is enal. Enal. Now homework is that you have to write down IUPAC nomenclature of this product. IUPAC nomenclature of this product. Okay. Write it down. In textbook it is given. But first you try this and then check your textbook. Okay, what is the name of this compound? Okay, now we are going to see the cross. We are going to see the cross. Cross means reaction between two different aldehydes. Two different aldehydes. Okay, first product is acetaldehyde, self-condensation. Second product is propanaldehyde, propanaldehyde, that is the second product. Now we are going to see third and fourth product. Third and fourth product. What is that? Here it is acetaldehyde is going to react with propanaldehyde. In IUPAC this is ethanol, while in IUPAC this another compound is propanol. We use dilute NaOH. Okay. Again this functional group if I are going to think about this, and if I are going to think, this is the alpha hydrogen. Okay. And this is carbonyl carbon. And this one more methyl group is here. Instead of H in acetaldehyde, now in propanaldehyde we are writing this CCH3 like this. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. While this is just 1 and 2. This is 1, 2, 3. Okay. So the same way this is going to react, this carbonyl on this this alpha carbon is going to react with this the carbonyl carbon, and this H is going to abstracted. So this bond is going to break like this. So there is a formation of OH. There is a formation of OH, and remaining things are as it is. So to this carbon there is a CH3. So here it is CH3. One hydrogen is there. So one hydrogen is there. This aldehydic functional group remains as it is. Then minus H2, and there is a formation of such type of product. Again you have to write down the name, IUPAC name of this compound. In textbook it is given, but you just try for this. Okay, now see how we will get the fourth product. This is important, fourth product, and that's why I just change the positions. Okay, I just change this position, and so to understand I am going to write over here, not here, here. The remaining thing is as it is. Now what is going to happen? See what is going to happen. Now from this first molecule we treat as this is a alpha carbon. This alpha carbon. Okay. This alpha carbon, here it is attacking on this carbonyl carbon. Is going to attack on this carbonyl carbon. This alpha carbon is going to attack on this carbonyl carbon by abstracting one H. And so there is a transfer of electrons on oxygen, which is already partial negative, but now transferring of the electrons, this will become negative charge. By abstracting hydrogen, this carbon will have now nucleophilic property. So this will have a minus charge. It is going to attack on this positive charge, and so there is formation of C-C bond. Here it is, there is a formation of C-C bond, this bond. Okay, and so this C double bond O is converted into OH, is going to convert into OH. Remaining part is as it is. This remaining part is as it is, and this remaining part is as it is. This remaining part is as it is. There is formation of C single bond. There is formation of COH. The change in between these two is there is formation of C single bond, and carbonyl. This carbon is converted into hydroxy. This carbonyl oxygen is converted into hydroxy group by attaching this H to this oxygen. Here it is OH. Okay. So this fourth product we have, and there is a minus H2. Then again there is one double bond and one aldehydic functional group. So this is nothing but enal. This is nothing but enal. The IUPAC name of this compound is also given in textbook, but first you try and then find out whether it is correct or not. So total these are acetaldehyde, that is the first product. This is the first product, acetaldehyde, first product. Then acetaldehyde propanaldehyde is the second product. Then in the cross, when we are going to use this carbonyl carbon, and the another product when we are going to use this carbonyl carbon, and we treat this is the alpha hydrogen, and in the first we treat as an alpha hydrogen. So I explain it here with writing the different reactions, by changing the only positions. Try to understand this thing, how it is going to attack. In this case we use this carbonyl carbon, while in the second case we use this carbonyl carbon. Okay, this is propanaldehyde, while this one is acetaldehyde. So different products. So this is the third product and this is the fourth product. Okay, this is all for this video. In the next video we are going to use we are going to see Cannizzaro reaction. Thank you.